From haunted dolls to cursed poems, these Japanese urban legends give us the creeps. Here are 3 Japanese urban legends that will surely give you the chills. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe and hit the like button. Whether or not Inunaki village ever existed is the real question. Since the 1990s, there have been recurring rumors about it in Japan and online. This abandoned settlement is allegedly situated deep within the Inunaki countryside of Kyushu's Fukuoka prefecture and is only accessible through the Inunaki Tunnel. According to the legends, everyone who enters the village will die violently. These myths and tales also seem to describe some type of official sign that reads, "The Japanese constitution is not in effect past here," which implies that anyone entering is on their own to face the impending paranormal horrors. However, the stories were probably influenced by a horrifying murder that truly occurred in Inunaki Tunnel. Due to its isolation and infrequent traffic, the tunnel was a favorite hangout for gangs. Umeyama Koichi, who was 20 at the time, was abducted, robbed, and tortured by a group of teenagers one afternoon in December 1988. He was then buried alive deep below the tunnel. Inunaki Tunnel, also known as Howling Dog Tunnel in Japanese, is now regarded as one of the country's most haunted locations. Its entrance is blocked by large concrete bricks, though adventurers manage to get in regardless. The noise of barking dogs and horrifying screams are said to come from deep inside the tunnel, and locals claim that electronic gadgets, including their cars, frequently break down there. Even Takashi Shimizu, the director of the 2020 film Howling Village, took inspiration from the legend of the tunnel and village. According to legend, 17-year-old Aikichi Suzuki bought his 2-year-old younger sister Okiku, a traditional Japanese Okappa doll, in Hokkaido in 1918. Okiku loved the doll and took it with her everywhere she went. The doll did not leave her sight and named the doll Okiku. But Okiku sadly passed away from yellow fever in 1919. Devastated by their loss, Okiku's family put her favorite doll on the household altar, where they prayed in memory of Okiku. Over time, though, the family became aware of a strange change in the doll. Its hair was lengthening. The doll was cared for by the family because they thought it contained the restless spirit of their late daughter, and they did so until they gave it to Manenji Temple. The doll is still there, gently sprouting human hair. Okiku is accessible, but photographing is prohibited. The doll's hair has now grown past its knees. Despite a few haircuts from the temple priests, the priest that cuts her hair said that he has received a message from Okiku in his dream, asking him to trim her hair. Yasuo Saijo is best known for his poem Tomino's Hell. The verse, which was written in 1919 by Saijo after he had lost his family in the First World War, relates the tale of a young kid who enters hell and contains ominous and unsettling images. It's assumed that the story, which Saijo left up to the reader's interpretation, is about a young child who killed their parents. Tomino travels via the poem to the Buddhist hell that is intended for people who murder their parents. Some people read the poem as being about either child abuse or war. Now, because I'm superstitious, I'll not be reading or showing the poem. Regardless of the poem's original intent, some claim that if the entire poem is recited aloud, it would result in illness, headaches, or even death. The 1974 film Dennen ni Shishu, directed by Terama Shuji, was based on Tomino's Hell. pastoral, to die in the country. Rumors regarding the poem were started when the director later passed away from liver sickness. Yamota Inuhiku's 2004 novel, Kokoro wa Korogaru Ishi no Yuni, or My Heart is Like a Stone Rolling Around, which is based on Tamino's Hell, is more likely to be the source of this urban legend. If you by chance happen to read this poetry out loud, you will suffer from a dreadful fate, which you cannot escape, wrote Inuhiku in that passage. Thank you so much for watching.